next town is Oakhurst. Where exactly am I? What is this? This place is horrid to traverse, but it's not all. Oh. Carrots. That is handy. I will replant them. But what on earth is this? That's a rather steep fall. Well, adventure. Oh. Perhaps this was not a good idea. Oh, it's dusty down here. It's like a crypt. I guess I'll hold on to it, but I have no idea what that's supposed to be. Okay, suppose I'll follow the path. Is that another person? What is garlic? Yes. Interesting. I mean, I'll take a look. Oh, there's... There's animals running around. I mean, it is a ruin. People. I don't want to go near that. Let's,
To re-establish a settlement here.
That's interesting. I'm just stopping through. Who are you people?
I'm Avery.
oh goodness.
Zero.
Okay. This should be a nice quiet spot for a moment. New page, new page, new page, new page, new page, new page, new page. That should be good enough for now. What on earth?
Weird.
Now I feel all
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that.
It was definitely something.
I should have brought the records with me.
Interesting.
Hello, this is...
Hi.
Hello?
My name is Katriin. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I'm Celeste.
Celeste.
What?
Celeste. What's your surname?
What the hell is going on here? Valentine.
Is it
hello.
Apollo Valentine from the capital?
Hello.
What?
Yes.
What?
I'm very.
What does that
Cyrus,
mean?
I'm a big
What does
fan
that
of
feeling
yours.
mean?
Is this a normal like occurrence that like there's like a feeling of dread
Yeah, I just felt a
mean,
major
that
chill
also
down my spine.
comes from
I-
nightfall.
I believe
People,
we
especially in the
should
middle of the night,
perhaps
it's dark like
begin
this, I'm
constructing
imagining.
shelters with much haste.
It could also just be
Yes, it's
anxiety.
but the sun is going down. I wouldn't recommend going outside during the night.
Yeah,
Yeah, that feels a little scary.
the
These
doctor
walls
has a
don't
house. We could
exactly
all
inspire
hide in
confidence.
there, I guess.
Well, I don't know that he's here to give his consent. Oh, there he is.
Oh, I wasted an entire day.
What kind of town did I come to?
Perhaps. Spot of journaling. We'll take the edge off.
Stories about this place, and I wanted to like study it and learn more because I like spreading stories and folklore around.
Oh, are you like a storyteller?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, not like a recognized one because I kind of live in a small village, but I just like it a lot.
Oh, that's wonderful. I love stories and literature and fantasy and stuff. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Not happy
Oh, I
again.
remember that one
Like
time I
a
stole
But
one
imagine a
from
wall
one of my
that
neighbors.
can't be permeated.
When you're walking into a wall, but instead of a wall being there, it's just air, but the air is like a wall.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see. Well, maybe we'll have to check that out. I don't know what that is, what is happening
Ooh,
for that to
yum!
happen.
I love berries.
Oh yes,
There's-
sweet berries. I've been trying to plant some in here. I found some just on the outskirts of the town.
Yeah,
that
there's
I brought
plenty to forage in the surrounding woods. So
Yeah,
Do you
so I
think it's
brought
just
back
that
some
side of
carrots as
town
well.
that has the wall?
I surely hope.
yeah, it might just
so.
be a thing with the southern border. We might be able to leave
Perhaps
through
we
the
can go
northern
around.
or
I'm bored.
Yeah, let's go have a look.
What's done?
What way?
Yeah.
What way? What way? What way?
Dark.
I don't like
How
being
about
cramped in here. I need to stretch
let's
my
go
legs.
Similar to the
this
other
way.
one,
Perfect,
Oh,
perfect,
d-
perfect.
though. Oh. I take it that's the dock.
I just do this.
Shouldn't leave open invitations to your home.
Uh.
Can I help you? I suppose I will end up staying here for a little while, so maybe some kind of shelter would be a good idea. I can handle that later though. That's the direction I came from before, so I should... No idea what she is doing. I'll look in other directions. They seem to be talking about some kind of border. I didn't see anything on my way in. And I didn't exactly come a traditional way, but... These trees really are strange. They even sound hollow and rotted. Oh. Wither rose. I haven't seen these in quite a long time. That's quite lovely. I'd like to take that with me, actually. There are others? I don't see any. My own footsteps scaring. What on earth is that? What on earth could this be? Doesn't look like one of the crypts from before. Oh, there's no... I would rather not go in the water, so... Not the most conventional method, but it will work. Wonderful. I'm sure anyone else who has the misfortune of coming here will appreciate it. Candles. What on earth is that? Carved stone of some kind. What is this? Ah. Huh. Oh! There was one of these in the town. They were messing with it in the town. And then that strange feeling. I'm not touching that. I'm not touching it. Seems like the path continues this way. Oh! Oh! It's cold. Goodness. Well, that is a rather impressive view. I hadn't quite expected it to be so lovely here. I mean, it's gloomy for certain, but it's better than blistering heat. I think I can cross these. Yes, I should be able to quite easily. Mushrooms. I'll leave those for now. I'd rather make sure that the kind I can actually eat before grabbing fistfuls of them. This is rather a lot of physical exertion. I was not anticipating having to do this much. I was hoping there would be enough of interest in the town so I would not have to do this. Last time was Windcrest, I believe. No. No, was it? Ah, hell if I remember. Potatoes. I wouldn't want to starve the wildlife, so I'll replant it to regrow, but it's rather handy. That's the original one I saw, I believe, considering the direction. Sheep. More mushrooms. Rather a lot of those. Nothing else is really catching my eye, although it's hard to see much. What about from the very top? Anything of interest up here? I can see the obelisk, I suppose. That would be the best word to describe it. Is that a bridge? Now that is interesting. I should head around there. I shouldn't run, I don't have very much food, and the options aren't exactly plentiful at the moment. Raw potato is not pleasant on the tongue, but I suppose I really must stop saying that. It's better than nothing, is my point. Again, with this red knight. How strange. Once I could excuse it as dust being kicked up, but twice in a row? Truly strange. Well, I haven't run into the border they were speaking of, but this also seems to... Yes, there's a path connecting here. Those... Whew. That is a fall I would not like to try out. Let's see what is here. Well, that made a terrible noise. I despised that. That rather startled me. Servants' passages? An old cast... That... Ouch. Blech. That does not seem right. I'm not exactly eager to mess with whatever these are, but that can't be right. Okay. Ugh. Gives me shivers. It doesn't feel right leaving it looking like this. I'm not exactly eager to stay here the whole night, day, whatever. I'll put it back to what it was before. The greyish tone. Grey? I forget the colour. I wasn't exactly paying attention. That's 3 of these now, though. How odd. Are there stairs over there? It looks like a drop at the very least. I should look at that once this is neutral, I suppose. It's the best word I can think of for it. That feels much better. Now what on earth is this? It is stairs. This looks a lot like another crypt. Well, I don't exactly feel strongly about going down, but... Well, I have an axe, worst comes to worst, even if my swing isn't exactly the strongest. Okay, I can see the sky at the very least, so it's less like being buried. Oh, that I'm not a fan. This is quite horrid. Oh, goodness. Okay. This is a much larger. It's just those stupid undeads. I missed. Obviously. What's this? Just a crack in the stone. Nothing to be concerned about. Okay.
This is an interesting place.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
What are you doing down here? You were in the town earlier.
Yes, that was earlier. I came here because I was looking around. That's kind of the entire reason I'm here.
I see, I see. Yes, I was rather curious about this place myself, I suppose. I'm afraid there's not much of use, though. A few anvils, perhaps.
Just a bunch of bone
Yes.
and spider web.
Actually, I could use these. These are useful.
Right. Well.
Stay safe.
I suppose you as well. What on earth is wrong with these people? linger a moment so I don't have to deal with those people. Why was that one so eager about bones? Ugh. The cobwebs I can understand, but the rest of it, ugh. I like to try and save those to plant properly, unless someone has already created a farm, considering how they were talking about setting up homes. That's not entirely out of the question. Goodness, this is so not how I had hoped this would go. This was supposed to be the easy town. I'm still not sure about those beacons. They seem holy, but they look, that one at the castle, well, what I assume is once a castle, it looked unholy. There's no other way to describe it, really. Desecrated, almost. Those are stuck in the branches. There we go. Well, it'll be interesting to think about once I'm on the road again. There doesn't seem to be much to look at around here, but that soldier-looking woman said I was in town, so that means I was at least seen by somebody. There's the doctor again. I believe that's the doctor. And the loud one, for lack of a better word. Ah, someone has made a farm. Well, we can at least contribute to fixing this fountain a little bit. There we are. That's a little bit better.
Oh,
Hello?
never mind. Hello.
Ah. That one is strange. I've seen them multiple times, but don't seem inclined to conversation.
12 years. I don't know.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
I don't think
The
we've been
beacons
formally
crumble
introduced.
and
We
I
haven't-
didn't go
oh,
into
sorry.
town
There you are.
square that
Anyways,
often.
I am Katriin. I was just looking for my friend Celeste, and where's Avery?
They were showing us
Is
the
that him
border.
over there?
I think so.
Hello again,
Oh,
Nathan.
hi. Oh,
Hello.
hi.
I don't know you, and I don't know your name either.
I'm Elliot.
Elliot, I saw you when I first walked
no.
into it. I thought you were a ghost. I saw you pass along, and then I didn't see you, and then I saw you again. So clearly you're not a ghost.
I left.
Oh, understandable.
There are these buildings in the woods with books that crumble when you touch them.
Crumble?
Interesting.
Oh, you saw those books too?
Yeah, do you
Books?
know what
Wait,
they're about?
wait,
There's-
It just
uh,
disappeared
well,
before I could open
If I
it.
could get my
Well,
hands on
I
one, I might be
found-
able to examine
I
it.
found
and tell you.
a couple. There's this,
Oh,
wow.
this, and this one says Lantern Thrash by a source unknown.
fascinating.
You learn how to
Wow.
thrash your lantern around you in a wide circle, igniting the ground beneath you, while coating yourself in a flame-resistant ichor.
Keep me away from that. I don't like fire.
What?
Yeah, that's
I
just what it
believe
says.
that these books that I'm holding, they add enchantments to various pieces of
Oh.
equipment.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely to know.
Yeah, that's like enhancements for
Oh,
your like tools.
you.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
okay.
And I believe that the
Oh, those
book
are nice
that
to
you read
have.
out to us would give you perhaps that power
Hmm.
if
It
Perhaps
had like
Well-
instructions on how to
utilized
do
properly.
that.
I
Yeah.
could.
A
could
power-giving
see.
book?
I think you should. I think you should. Experimentation purposes.
I don't want to
Okay.
be here with the fire. If anyone wants
you
to
have
go
a
help me look
lantern?
for other books, I'm leaving.
I don't have a lantern. No.
There's
Okay,
one
There's
there.
one
I
right
Wait,
did.
there's one right here.
I did learn it.
You know what?
I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
actually
that's
I need to
right.
go. I need to go out
I
and
also feel like I
Need a
need to put it
lantern,
into.
right?
just
I feel
explore
like
the
I
area.
also need to put it into
Wait.
like my mind a little
Are you-
bit. If you just
are you also
give me a
farming?
second.
Understand. Understand.
Sort of. I know the basics, but
Okay,
Fascinating.
I
Everything I learned about this town is
like
So
am a
fine.
farmer,
interesting.
so
I
I figured.
you need.
Weirder and
I-
weirder.
I think
You know,
me and
the
Elliot. What's your name?
it sounded
I'm
like it
Cyrus.
had something to do with fire. I
Okay,
don't think I
hi,
should
I'm
do it in
Nathan.
here.
That's
Let's
Elliot.
go
I
out
think
to
we're
the field then. It's
gonna
Go
go
out
slightly
into the
explore the
fields.
woods, but if you want to do farming things later, I can do that.
Sure.
Okay, cool. Bye. Have
Goodbye.
fun.
The people in
I
this.
don't remember.
Something is not. Ugh. At least it's cleaner than. Unnatural haste. You learn how to dip into a pool of strength and into the sword. Gain haste for 5 minutes. I will not be messing around with that. Thank you. I can make some more bread at least. Not exactly well set up. The farmer seems rather eager to see someone else doing work. I really don't know much what I'm doing. Just the basics of what the old man showed me before his brain started acting up too much for him to do much of anything. Right, this should be a little bit better. They all went to test that lantern thrash. So nothing to change about it seems.
Hello again.
Hello. You were the ruined person.
Yes. Have you set up a shelter here?
I don't particularly intend on staying very long, so I see little point in making a home.
Well, it seems we can't leave for the moment.
Pardon?
Yes, we discovered that we couldn't go down the road.
That's...
Some force stopped us.
Is that the border thing I heard? One of the... Who even knows which one? I heard them talking about something. I assumed they meant a wall or something.
No, it was some strange force that kept us from going any further. I've never seen anything like it.
That's irritating, to say the least.
Yes. In any case, I would recommend finding shelter if you need any shelter. We are setting up a small house here, and you can stay until you've got your own accommodation sorted.
Right.
Simply suggestion, I would hate to leave you out in the elements. Anyways.
So it is literal when they say border. I thought I had gone quite far and didn't hit anything, but busy hands distracts from busy minds, at least. This ground is not very easy to work with. And the garden was better than this. Why is there a hole? Goodness.
I don't want to build.
trouble. Not being able to leave, I mean... The whole idea was just a couple of days. How far you have to go to
Ah, stupid puddle. Hello.
Hello. Oh, those two are back.
Oh wow.
Pardon.
Should check. I should check. I doubt that so many people would actively lie or be so incorrect about something, but seeing is believing, and all of that. It's quite different from the way I came. I also would have preferred this. It's a lot smoother terrain, that's for certain. Ah. Shoot. Where does it... Here. Oh, there's a fire. That's not... Well, there's not exactly much I can do about it, but that's not... So they are being literal about... There's no sign of it. Where? Here. Right here. No further than this. Can I can... That's... strange. What? I've never seen something that worked like that. There must be runes somewhere. There's no... What could be... It's a cage. A cage with no bars. That makes no sense. What? Huh. Okay. No time to panic. No time to be confused. At worst, this will maybe last her. Really, they haven't made any efforts.
Seems lovely.
Here?
Well, I have plenty more spruce, so if we need any of that.
I regret it though. My stupid idea the governor ever made.
My mother. I never once went through a schooling system in my life.
I'm sure
It's
it
terrible.
is.
I would not recommend.
Oh, I'm sure it is. It's probably gotten worse and worse over the years.
Probably.
Right, let's see. Got off. It seemed threatening.
Quite a few mysteries.
Yes. I need more wood.
5 cobblestone.
All right.
What?
There's a shovel for you.
It's another part.
Do you know what a country is?
I just
It's
wonder
an
where we
island.
ought to go.
It's an
to
island.
find
Yes,
grass.
pretty much. Yes.
And an island.
I
Well,
suppose we
some
can just pick
beaches
a
somewhere. I've
direction.
seen one.
This is my
That
bad idea
direction.
now.
That direction. Well,
Alright.
Alright.
you just
Food
pick a
situation
direction
is
and go.
dire. I
Yeah,
think I'm going to go and
Yay!
search some
Oh,
supplies to improve it.
Gold.
I don't
Use the
think
resources you
I have
have.
actually spoken to you yet. Hello, sir.
This is a weird
Hello.
little town.
Is there anything I
Did
can
we
help
even
you with?
really call it a town just
Oh,
yet?
no, I
Palisade
just
and
was
some
trying to say hello to
rotting
everyone.
structures.
To be honest,
Yeah.
since I was the first one here, sorry. If I'm bothering
it's a
you, I can
start.
head off.
Are you the
Sorry about
doctor who lives over there?
so I guess people
Yes, yes, I am.
settling
Is there
here
something
and-
that you needed?
No, just a
tree to go sleep
reminder, I suppose. You shouldn't leave
outside.
your door open. Open invitations are a bad idea.
Well, if you're stuck here and we're all stuck
You're
here, it's
probably
like the
right,
best that you
considering
have
one of the
a
first
roof over your
things
head.
someone in the town did was go through my chest.
Haven't needed a
I'll
roof over my
keep
head
that in mind.
months
Thank
that
you.
I've been in this weird area, this country.
That old man's gonna get himself killed.
There's no need when I can just sleep in nature.
Hello.
Alright for food.
Yeah, I'm doing great actually. I got a few potatoes.
Very good.
Did you perhaps know where I could find clay?
Why are you
No,
in my
me and
house
Neith
again?
went searching for a good while as well, and we couldn't
No
find any.
reason. I found something really cool.
What's cool? Oh, for the candles. That's great.
Yeah! Another really cool thing.
Mhm.
Different coloured candles.
Wow, where did you get
They're
those?
from some creepy tower and I went to the Deadwood.
Oh.
It was so
Is it-
empty that it was almost calming in a way, but
I wouldn't
It was
take the
only on
woods
that for
being
5
empty to be
minutes.
calming, but
it was calming for like 5 minutes, but then I started hearing the trees like creaking in the wind and that was kind of scary.
ooh, yeah, no, I'd get freaked out too.
But anyway, there was this weird tower and I went in there. I got a flint and steel and some bottles and some candles.
All sorts of good stuff.
The bottles look kind of grimy though.
Yeah, might want to wash those out and boil them before we use them.
Yeah, I took a sniff. They smell like metallic almost. It's weird.
Metallic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some cows.
Oh,
with some help. Cause
They said that the bottles smelled like blood. Well, not blood, that's the assumption I'm making, but metallic, what else could it? It could be other things. It could, maybe it's not glass, maybe it's some, who knows, I don't know. But I feel like I should, I don't know, look. These weird feelings keep coming and going. Like, with the beacons, I assume. Doesn't make sense. Okay. Just a look. Just a look. Nothing different, I'm sure. It'll be the same as I left it. Just a look. Someone's definitely been here since me because I. Oh, goodness. That scared the life out of me. Right. Well, someone's definitely been here. Sheep are still here. It's the same. Someone's been here, but it's the same. Oh. Hello?
Oh, hello?
Ah. Well, I suppose that explains the bridge. Hello.
No, that was like that when I got
Oh.
here. I don't
Hmm.
know who did that.
Odd. Well, this has been a thorough waste of time.
I would agree.
Hmm.
There's nothing here.
I would have thought something would have changed, but apparently not, so... Suppose that's that.
No.
Hello.
Oh, it's you two again.
Yes. We were out searching for clay.
Ah,
I don't suppose you've come across any.
I haven't been near the lake since early in the first day, so no, I haven't.
Let's see. Perhaps we really should check the lake.
Okay.
Either
This
way.
way.
It's nothing.
An altar.
Yeah, so it's another crypt then.
Oh.
Yeah, but there were no bodies.
I want to see that.
I mean,
pretty
are
cool,
there
I'm not
not
gonna lie.
skeletons?
There isn't
No, it's
in
just a-
this one.
Oh, there is
Yeah,
a
just a
book.
book in a chest.
Oh, then maybe it's not. But what is?
Who am
What's
I
the?
today?
What's the book?
Oh, that's unique. The book is here, you can look at it if you want.
These are pain to get up. I
Efficiency.
don't like this.
Huh. Interesting. I don't really need
You
that.
can keep it if you want.
Hello.
I mean, I'll take it.
Hi.
Hello.
You're kind of ominous.
All I'm doing is standing here.
Yeah, ominously.
People
Alright,
tend to
then.
not like it when you just stand there and don't talk to them.
Yeah, most people don't.
Especially
hear
in
you
like
coming
a
in
dark
sometimes.
crypt-like thing.
It's
Yeah.
not that dark down there, but alright.
It's really fine down there. But,
Can you see in the dark or something?
No,
It
I just
isn't
have
that
good
crazy
vision.
dark.
You eat all your carrots.
Yeah, do you eat your carrot soup every morning?
Soup?
Helps with vision.
Carrots
Yeah,
on toast.
carrot helps with vision.
That's a myth.
I mean,
It's
well,
true, actually.
Well, who
I
wants you to
haven't
be a
eaten
Debbie
vision,
Downer?
So I think that's not a myth.
I think it's
have
true.
great
That's why I
vision
eat
for
my
other
carrots
reasons.
every day.
Mm.
Also, that's like one of the only things we can eat here.
I mean,
You really need to get on this
Drink my
window.
soup as a kid.
I've been busy with other things. I don't have time for a window at the moment.
Well, what other things? There's not much to do
Tiny
Alright.
and home.
other than explore.
Alright, sounds good. I just want
I did that and I found some flint and steel.
Oh, that goes out into your room. I shan't do something.
Uh-oh.
Is this like the...
No, not an archery
Oh,
again.
sorry.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
That's one word for
I
it.
need to make something for the I was just gonna make like a separate window sort of situation.
You know,
But
that's
I
fair.
have the materials.